Welcome back to my channel, Simplified English 101. If you are new to this channel, please remember, like this video, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that good old notification bell so that you can be informed when a new video is posted. In today's video, I will be discussing the counter-argument paragraph. Now, of course, if you missed my previous videos, feel free to check that out where we discussed how to write your introductory paragraph, your thesis statements, your body paragraphs, and how to develop them. I will also leave a link in the description box for you. The objectives are there for you. We are going to focus on all 7 objectives. We will focus specifically on, what is a counter-argument, how to develop the counter-argument, and of course, using the peel technique to organize our paragraphs. The question is, what is a counter-argument paragraph? How do you write a counter-argument paragraph? Now, in our previous videos, I did discuss that to counter-argue is to put forth an idea or reason in an effort to oppose the ideas or theory of another. Now, when you counter-argue something, it shows that you, as a writer, that you are reasonable and that you've considered other viewpoints. You've considered other opinions, other theories that exist. The topic that we have been looking at is that students should eat breakfast in the morning, but you still are going to show, after you show that you've considered it, why it is not best for them to eat it. As someone who is agreeing with the point, I am going to show that, okay, there are persons who disagree that you don't have to eat breakfast and these are probably the health benefits, but then I'm going to counter-argue that or refute that point and show that although I have considered your point and you do have some strong and good points, it is still not the best. In doing so, it basically weakens the opposition, making your point appear more credible. So what should be in the counter-argument? Your counter-argument should include one sentence that acknowledges the opponent's strongest point. Remember, I did point out that when you're selecting your thesis statements, you want to think about the strongest points. Now, when you are going to counter-argue the opposition, you want to think about what is the strongest point that they could possibly have, that they could be using to support this topic. And you want to show that you have considered the perspective and you're going to be using this strongest point to create a counter-argument. And again, your counter-argument, that first sentence should be the point that you make. So we're using the peel technique. Now, once you've done that, then you're expected to write 1 or 2 sentences that basically rebuts this point. Then you're going to be writing 1 or 2 sentences that elaborate on the rebuttal. And you're going to be using facts to do so, work on the emotions as you've been doing, and then you are going to conclude. Do not forget that you are to be using your connective words and phrases, use the persuasive techniques, and use the peel technique. Your counter-argument paragraph is going to be the 4th body paragraph. You want to make a point. That's the first thing that was stated. The point I will make is that skipping breakfast is not all that bad. I am using that point to support the opposition that, okay, you don't have to eat breakfast. And once I've made that point, I'm going to just elaborate on it. In elaborating on it or supporting the counterpoint, I'm going to say some claim that it is the best intermittent fasting method among other things. The truth is, skipping breakfast has helped some to adjust their hormone levels, thus making stored fat more accessible, as well as it helps with cell repair. I am basically showing that, yeah, I'm supporting your point. I've thought about it. Eating breakfast is not all that bad. Now it is time for you to counter-argue this point, meaning now it is time for you to write your sentences that shows why, although people do eat breakfast and some people that don't eat breakfast, that they don't get sick and it actually benefits them, why it is just some. And the some is the minority. Our next sentences are going to rebut the point made earlier. So now we're going to be writing sentence that will be supporting our stance. This is how we counter-argue. This, though, is not always the case, as more than 80% of people who skip breakfast find that the craving to eat becomes stronger and occurs more often. Studies have shown that persons who are underweight, struggling with weight gain, under 18 years of age, pregnant or breastfeeding should stay away from intermittent fasting and must eat breakfast. Students especially are prone to develop unhealthy eating disorder, impulsivity, and mood instability. Remember that unlike some, a student's brain is constantly at work during the school day and needs the right portion of food and supplements. So notice that in me giving evidence, I've given facts. I've used examples. Notice that in me giving evidence, I've given facts. I've used a little bit of statistics, which is 80%, and I've also used examples. So, this is how you can develop and support your stance. Finally, our concluding sentence, it is therefore crucial to eat breakfast in the morning. Now, once we have our counter-argument paragraph, it is time for us to tie up our essay and jump to our concluding paragraph. This is what our counter-argument should look like, and it is now your time to write. Our concluding paragraph is the shortest paragraph, just like our introductory paragraph, in the sense that all you are going to be doing, as it says, is to conclude. As such, you are going to be writing one sentence that restates your thesis, one sentence or 1 to 2 sentences that summarizes the points made, and 1 to 2 sentences that justifies the entire topic being discussed. Now, always remember that you should not include any new ideas into your concluding paragraph, and do not rewrite all the ideas expressed, just to summarize them. Now, the topic restated is, despite popular belief, eating breakfast is crucial as it makes us stronger, helps us to concentrate in school, and prevents us from many diseases. If we go back to our thesis statement in our last video, we will see is a restatement of our thesis. Now, we are also expected to summarize the points made. These should be important reasons for students to consider before leaving the house without breaking their nightly fast. Among the many other benefits that one gets from eating breakfast, staying alive seems to top the list. Then your concluding sentence or a call to action. If this is not an important reason for students to eat breakfast, then I don't know what is. Concluding paragraph is done. This is what your concluding paragraph should look like. Remember again to indent, capitalize each sentence, the beginning of each sentence, and correctly punctuate your sentences. Now it is your time to write your concluding paragraph. This has taken us to the end of the video for today. Please remember to like this video, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be informed once a new video is posted. Until then, bye.